Oh, trust issues. Trust issues. Oh, I got them. I missed y'all. What's up? This episode tonight, I know it's been a minute, but I'm back. Took a little holiday break. Sorry about that. I could have let y'all know. A lot was going on, but today we're discussing trust issues. That's trust with family, trust with friends, trust with relationships. We all have them to varying degrees. And I think it's time we really sit down and really reflect on ourselves, on society, those around us that are close and distant. Let's just talk about some of these trust issues that I have and what trust issues I've come across and dealt with, and what do we do to salvage the situation when we no longer trust a person? What do we do to keep ourselves from being jaded and mistrust people that haven't done anything to break the trust? Y'all already know what it is. Let's get into some shit. Linkinwitrobby. So dude hit me in my DM, right? And I'm just like, all you niggas freak out, and that's just all it is. First off, girl, fuck him. And you are now listening to Linkin with Robbie. What's up? Welcome back, everyone. What's up, everybody? What's up? It's your boy, Robbie K. Robbykavalli. The one, the only, Robbie Curtis. Those who know me, you know which one I go by the most. Let's see. Episode 39. Linkin with Robbie. Oh my gosh. We're in the new year. This is the first episode of the year. I decided to take 2 weeks off for holiday break. Initially, I wasn't. I was just going to take Christmas off. But then New Year's Eve came right around the corner. And I just didn't have the time to really sit down and record like I wanted. With the running around and so many different events and parties and things I had to do with the family and my loved ones. And it was almost too much to juggle. And I just decided to take this 2 week off. I should have expressed that with you guys. I do apologize. But those who are still here and still sticking with me, I'm not done. I just took a 2 week break off. And I don't know the next time I'll do that. Because most likely next year what I'll do is I'll have episodes planned for those days. So you guys will never be left hungry. I can promise you that. Now, another thing. My life has been great, but a bit of a roller coaster. I've had up days and I've had down days. I've had days where I felt my best, days I felt my worst, days I felt where I'm achieving everything I want, I'm in a good place, I'm happy, blissful, and there's days when I'm just like pitying myself or looking down upon myself or downplaying any moves or actions I'm making because I'm looking at myself like, damn, Robbie, you're not doing enough. Even in my relationship, sometimes I ask myself, am I doing enough? Am I pulling my weight? Am I good enough for my partner? And that's a question I seem to ask myself from day to day in all of my life. I'm a thinker. I'm a Gemini. All I do is think. Sometimes I overthink. Sometimes I overanalyze situations. Sometimes when there isn't a situation, I analyze so deeply that I create a situation. And honestly, sometimes it's at the detriment of my own success, my own growth. I will self-sabotage some shit in a minute if it's going too good. I will start questioning things that I shouldn't. I will start analyzing things that really isn't deep enough to analyze. I make 2 + 2 into some variable equation where there's somehow a Z and I got to figure out what the Z is. I really take things far. Which is why this episode is going to be about trust issues, because honestly, truly, I have them. I have severe trust issues. But before I get too deeply into that, I do want to touch on some shit that's been going on in the media. and we got to get into it. So, first on the news docket today, because we have a lot of catching up to do and I got a lot of news articles to get through. I pulled up my good Judy's the Gay Neighbors, and it's time to get some shit started, okay? But we're going to start on a brighter note before we get into the real mess. The headline reads, IVF treatments for same-sex couples to be covered by Aetna in national settlement. Last week, in a landmark settlement, U.S. District Judge for the Northern District of California Haywood Gillian Jr. approved a preliminary agreement for the class action lawsuit requiring Aetna to cover fertility treatments for same-sex couples, like artificial insemination or in vitro fertilization, as they do with heterosexual couples. It is the first case requiring a health insurer to apply this policy nationally across all of its enrollees. An estimated 2.8 million LGBTQ members will benefit, including 91,000 Californians. According to CBS News, under the settlement, Aetna will also pay at least $2 million in damages to California-based members who qualify. Those who may be eligible must submit a claim by June 29, 2026. The article goes on to read, I truly hope that this is the first of many insurers to change their policy, said Allison Tanner, Senior Litigation Counsel for Reproductive Rights and Health at the National Women's Law Center. We were looking at that as an issue of inequality, that folks who were in a same-sex relationships were being treated differently. Roughly 9 million additional Californians will soon have access to mandated fertility benefits under a new law taking effect in January, which is now. The law applies to state-regulated plans, so mainly California, which Aetna is not in this case, and amends the definition of infertility to include same-sex couples and single people. Well, ain't that something gravy? With all the hell going on in politics, with the government basically becoming Hunger Games versus the Purge, it is nice to see that somewhere over the rainbow, things are still somehow progressing, even though we are so far behind. I just thought that's just a great thing. It's sad that we're just now getting to that point, because why should that be only regulated for just heterosexual couples? Same-sex couples go through surrogacies. They go through different other channels to have babies. IVF should be also open for surrogacy, especially. Like, I don't understand why it's that difficult, even for single people, because it seems like they added in single people as well, which is like, what? Like, you have to be married and heterosexual to get IVF treatment? Okay, Edna, I'm glad you guys are one of the insurers who woke up and said, you know what? Okay, even though it took a fucking lawsuit to do it, y'all ain't just decide on a Monday morning meeting to do it on Zoom and say, hey, this is what we're going to do. It took a whole lawsuit, but whatever the fuck it takes. So now that we got that out of the way, we've congratulated that and we're happy. Clap, 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 clap. Let's get into some more mess, because, baby, we got some mess to address. And you know what? The way this has been going on, it's like it's become such a rabbit hole deep dive in the last few weeks. And I've been missing a lot of the mess, but I am here to break it all down. Break it all down. Okay? Let's start here. Ray Potts, a very popular porn star or OnlyFans creator who gets in a lot of drama. Always getting beat up. Always at the scene of a crime. Always in some mess and always beefing with people. But the way this story going to unfold, I think we should start here just to paint a picture of who this person is and how he portrays himself before we even get to the main nitty gritty. Okay? So, Ray Potts, he had been doing content, right? He had been doing content with Hakeem from Empire. Yes, y'all's the greatest, baby. And y'all's the greatest been showing his little hairy hole to everybody. And his content just doesn't do it for me because he looks drugged up, drugged out, junkied out. He just looked too high. and it always gives a little bit of the rape word, R word, whatever we want to call it, grape. You know what I mean? It gives that. It gives no consent. But hey, they were making content, doing their own thing. Then I peeped, and a few months ago, he was making content with Dante the Body. Now, Dante the Body is a fitness dude who did OnlyFans with his wife. But they played around with other men and other women. And they got popular for doing content with men and women. He would be sucking dick. The men would be fucking him and her. They got popular off of it, right? Okay. Let's fast forward a little bit. All right, let's see. Let me show y'all where this story going. December 30th, 2025. Dante posted on Instagram. Now, mind you, I follow Dante the Body, so I caught it. I read it, and I screenshotted it. It said, I cannot wait until I'm divorced. I'm going to be so much happier, and I could finally live without feeling like I'm married to 5 people instead of 1. My God. Once upon a time, I met this beautiful girl from Louisiana, and she ... So let's do story time. We waited. 84 years later, he posts another post. This is the crazy part. I'm sorry, y'all. I love my wife. I'm not getting a divorce. Now, let me pause the story because you may be confused. Remember, I said Dante the Body was a content creator, right? Who was married with a girl who did content with him, right? But this year he decided to do his own solo content creator. I forgot to talk about that. He started doing his own content, and he was making content with Ray Potts. That's who he did his debut with, his one-on-one debut. Ray Potts, who I was just talking about. Yeah. Okay. Boom. He made this post. This post made the rounds because everybody was like, he's gay, he's bisexual, he's not living in his truth. Why is he still married with this lady? Blah, 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 blah. I wasn't concerned with none of that because I don't know what his sexuality is. He's spoken on it before. He doesn't seem like he really knows. And I do think he may need some therapy to figure that out instead of being married to somebody and using her for whatever reason he could be using her for. But my issue was the domestic violence case that he had regarding her. Just a few months ago, before he started to go solo because he was going to commit suicide, it was around the time of him being arrested for domestic violence with her, his wife. He decided he was going to commit suicide, decided to come back. He was fine. We all let it go. Sent our condolences, prayed, did what everything we had to do. Send him well wishes. Then he turned around and he was making content with Ray Potts. Didn't judge it. He was already making content. So you know what it is. He finally living in his truth. But for this post to come out a few months later, it was like, okay, this makes sense. This is a step in the right direction. He wants to let go of the marriage so he can really live in his truth without being tied to some label of being with the women. Only to like 8 hours later to be like, nah, y'all, I'm just kidding. I love my wife. I ain't going nowhere. Excuse me? You just said you were finna expose yourself through story time 8 hours ago. And now you telling her that you love her and you ain't getting a divorce and ain't no story time? Okay, girl. And so on that point, we keep it moving, right? What else is there to do but to keep it moving? Nothing else to be said about that. Then 4 days ago, today is January 6th that I'm recording this. 4 days ago, on January 2nd, New Year's, looks like there's a video, not looks like it was a video of somebody beating the hell out of this dude called OG Mikey Mike. Beat the hell out of Ray Potts in a bathroom stall, drug him out the stall, drug him through the club, and then kicked him out of the club. They was out of the party, and apparently Ray Potts was overly intoxicated, high, doing what he do, getting in drama, getting in the mess. In the same bathroom, you see Dante the Body. And he's saying, no shade, he gotta go. No shade, he gotta go. He gotta go right now. No shade, he gotta go. That's what he was saying, basically. That's what it sounded like. I made it into a jingle, but it gave me jingle, but that's what he said. Jingle, jingle, bells. Right. And they took him through the doorway where the bells would be. Y'all catching it? So then after that, I don't know what happened. I don't know if it was the fact that Ray Potts was just like, I know Dante the Body ain't in on this. I know Dante the Body ain't trying to sell out of me. I know he ain't trying to switch up on me in this moment because it was given that for the last few months, him and Dante the Body been like two thick as thieves. Like booty buddies. You know what I mean? They were swapping semen. They were doing it all. And now he getting kicked out of the club, dragged out the club, carried out the club, beat up out the club, and you cheering it on. What's going on here? Child, that wasn't the last of it. It was not the last of it. Then 21 hours ago. 21 hours ago. Ray Potts posted on Twitter and he said, I'm roasting the fuck out of Dante, the suicidal today, so stay tuned. Girl. He said what? Did he say? Let me read it again to y'all. I'm roasting the fuck out of Dante, the suicidal today. Now, after he posted that, right? After he posted it, he posted a screenshot. Okay, what's the screenshot? It looks like Ray Potts on Instagram, you can post a story and people can respond to it. When people respond to it, it goes to the DMs, right? It becomes a whole new conversation. It's the way to bait and switch. You know what I mean? Ray Potts was posting his content, hyping it up or whatever. You know, he does content. He posted a video, I guess, of him kissing a dude. Dante, because I'm reading the message. This is in the message because this is a screenshot of the DM. It don't look altered. So let me just read it to you. Dante said, don't piss me off. Ray Potts responded with the sleeping emoji like, nigga, I'm sleep on that. He responded and said, huh? What you mean? Dante went off. This shit is pissing me off. I can't stand a friendly nigga. Kissing niggas in the mouth on camera. I unfollowed you when I saw your story. But I was like, let me not be childish and say it with my chest. That shit is gross. Don't be trying to enter my body and you in and out these dirty ass niggas. We could have been. But that shit literally scares me. Huh? Wait a minute. Just last week, nigga, you said you was finna be married to your wife and be divorced. And at the same time, you was in this man DM crying and bitching because he posting content with another man. You was in a right relationship. You are in a relationship with a woman making content. And you make content with other men. What are we talking about? I hate niggas like this. So then basically, I'm not going to read all of it because it's way too much. Ray put all the tea out there. Then after that, Ray posted a story and a reel that had every message they had in the last month or so, just calling out how Dante has been switching up on him, but how throughout that whole time, Dante wanted a relationship. That's what it gave. Like, it gave like he could have been just flirting or whatever like that. But the way he was talking to him, it was like, you tripping about a lot of stuff that you don't have the authority to trip over. How you got a wife that you barely don't even know what's going on with you? You just said you feel like you married to 5 niggas. And no wonder you feel like you married to 5 niggas because you married to your wife, you married to Ray Potts and everybody else that be fucking you. I'm starting to think your ass loose because, baby girl, you getting fucked by everybody and it's just, you getting out of control. You do these little workout videos, you got a nice body and you fine and everything, but baby, you giving like ran through. And everybody think Ray Potts the issue, and I'm starting to see it's some other Missy girls in the occasion. So yeah, Ray Potts had a caption. He said, crazy how people switch up on you for clout and engagements. And then the first thing I read is say, hold on, I wish I could pause this shit. Instagram will let you pause them. But basically, they were going back and forth over the last few weeks, and just basically Ray Potts like, you switching out on me, and just a lot of Dante just saying over and over again, regurgitating how I want to fuck with you, you know, you like my bed and all this other stuff, but I don't like how you be moving, and Ray like, I don't like how you be moving, and it's just like a lot of back and forth. But it just illustrated that it's like you out here in the public trying to clown on me and join in on everybody else on the hate train, when behind the scenes you in love with me. And I don't like that shit because I deal with that frequently. Especially when I was making content, I deal with it frequently. I have people that will be in my DMs like, oh, I want to do this with you. I want to make videos with you. Ooh, whoop-de-whoop-de-woo. I want to link with you. You so fine, you this and that. But be the same niggas when they around their friends, around their audience or whatever they want to do, putting on and want to down talk me and downplay me, act like they don't fuck with me like that. I don't like fake shit and I don't respect that. Ray Potts may be messy. He may be a drama queen. He may be in a lot of bullshit. He might even can't fight. But I can tell you one thing. I think he real as he is. I think he shows who he is, and we take it for what it is, whether it's messy, it's a mess, it's horrible, it's ugly, whatever. That's him. You feel me? That is who he is. I don't think he's ever tried to be anything else. People like Dante the Body, who puts on an image and a facade just to look a certain type of way, or just to be praised in a certain type of way, or for whatever traditional values he has, it's a bit much. You're already fraudulent in your marriage. I'm pretty sure you cheated on her. You're already abusive. You're already around here fucking and sucking everybody, and at the same time trying to act like you are the best thing in the world, which is crazy work. But you don't want to leave your wife. But you want to be in this man DM begging and pleading because he making content with somebody else. Dude, that sounds wild to me. You supposed to be Dante the Body. Like, girl, give yourself more credit because you're looking like you ain't got no value right now. You're giving 450 credit score. You're not giving what you're supposed to give that I know you can give. And this is that fake shit I don't like. If you cool with Ray Potts behind the scenes, if you fuck with him behind the scenes, Ray Potts shouldn't have to be putting out all these videos and stuff showing how y'all hang out, how y'all do this, how y'all do that, exposing you when you was talking shit about him. If you wouldn't have been talking shit about him, he wouldn't have to do that. And then the fact that, because it was just Dante the Body birthday, I think it's his birthday today, to be honest. Whatever. Pretty sure it's his birthday. And Ray Potts, he posted a shirt or whatever that he had on, and Ray Potts posted a shirt that was the same shirt, and he was like, this nigga stole from me and don't fuck with me at the same time. And it be them niggas. It be the one that dog you out. It be the one that talks shit about you, don't like the way you dress, call you dirty, call you a bum, and then they'll go in your closet and steal your clothes and post on the gram. Niggas do that. It's really not, it's not uncommon. Is it sad? It's pathetic, but it's not uncommon. It's what the girls do. They copy your looks. They look at your looks. They dog out your looks. They talk shit about your looks. But at the same time, like I said, they copy your looks. They want to be like you, even though they claim to not like you. And the situation probably still unfolding because, like I just said, that was just 21 hours ago and Ray Potts posted that. And Dante the Body birthday today. He been posting all this stuff about his birthday. But everything he been posting, Ray Potts been posting in that shirt of his, but trolling him. And and you know what? I live for a nasty troll. Because I've never been the unbothered type. I try to be, but I've never been the unbothered type. I'm going to talk my shit. I'm going to pop off. I'm going to go off. Even when baby like, babe, it's not worth it. Don't say nothing about that. But I'm going to say something. Like, I'm going to say something. Because it comes to a point. It gets to a point. It does. And I think Dante the Body, sometimes I think he just gives Dante the fire. And that's just how that cookie crumbles. And that cookie is giving stale. It's given, it's been sitting in that pantry. And that expiration date been said February 2, 2024. And it's still sitting in that cabinet, in that pantry, stale, hard as a rock, falling apart. No juice. Robbie, watch your mouth. And since we talking about Dante the Fraud, okay, let me stop being mean, y'all. Let me tell y'all the truth. Let me tell y'all the truth. Reason why I got, like, I look at Dante the Body sideways, outside of the fraud shit, outside of the whole wife abusive stuff, outside of the whole wife point play period and what he doing while playing around with a wife, despite all that, my man got the biggest crush on him. And I think it's so unnecessary. But I have my questions on porn stars, but nigga, find somebody that's not problematic. Like, my nigga really be questioning him, and I really be like, I don't get bothered because I share a lot of shit on Facebook. I share a lot of shit on Instagram, Twitter, whatever, about, you know, other attractive men all the time, you know? And it don't bother me when he do the same. But it's something about the way he be liking every single post that nigga posts. That nigga can post his toenail and my nigga gonna like it. And it's something about that make me be feeling like I want to push you out the balcony. I do. I want to push you out the balcony. I do. I want to run you over the car and name the car Dante. That's what I want to do. That's what I be wanting to do. But that's not appropriate, right? You know. But that's my jealousy coming out. And honestly, my jealousy just comes from the trust issues I got. And that's what's going to segue us into these trust issues topics. Because I got some trust issues, y'all. I'm fucked up. I'm not perfect. I may speak highly on myself, about myself on these podcasts, and I may say things that may lead you to believe I'm highly confident, high self-esteem, all that good shit. No. I have issues. I have insecurities. I'm jaded as fuck. I get jealous. I'm possessive. I'm protective. I do not like sharing, and I don't like playing games, and I don't like feeling played. And all of that stems from being hurt, but it causes the trust issues I got. So, yeah, let me get into that real quick. So, just to give a brief, idea for those who may not understand what trust issues are, you may be delusional, but I'm pretty sure you know what a trust issue is. I'm going to go over it anyways. Trust issues are a deep-seated difficulty in believing others are reliable, honest, or loyal, often stemming from past betrayals, trauma, or abandonment, leading to suspicion, fear, and sabotaging relationships through jealousy, control, or emotional withdrawal. Key signs include hypervigilance, that's me, testing partners, not me, overanalyzing, that's me, and avoiding intimacy, sometimes me. But overcoming them involves building self-trust and gradually practicing vulnerability with safe people, potentially with professional help. Okay. So, let me get into some things. I have not done an About Me episode yet. Probably do that next because I just didn't want it to be my first part of the year to be something about my life and my childhood. I just didn't want to get that deep into it. I'll probably do it on episode 40 since it's episode 40. But this episode, I'm going to touch on some stuff. For those who don't know, I'm adopted. So what that means is, with some people that are adopted, I'm pretty sure some people handle things differently. There's a chance of having abandonment issues. A lot of my insecurities or jealous tendencies or me not trusting people is me being afraid I'm going to be abandoned. I often think someone is going to either reject me, betray me, traumatize me, or abandon me day to day. And so therefore I've gotten to this stale place where I believe everyone is untrustworthy, even if they haven't proven that. There was once upon a time when I was younger and naive where I trusted a lot more people than I do now. Over time, I've developed a wall to where it's hard to get me to be vulnerable. I can sometimes either put up a facade like I'm sociable, confident, making jokes, funny guy, having fun, turning up. I could put up that facade. Like I'm okay. I don't like emotions. I don't like feelings. Let's not talk about it. But that's because deep down, I'm very emotional. Deep down, I'm very sensitive. And I have a lot of fears that make me act the way I do. So when it comes to my trust issues, a lot of them have developed just through a lot of bad experiences with people. And it stems back to my birth. When you're adopted or neglected, you do have a sense of abandonment issues where you feel as if no matter what you do in life, everyone will leave you. And that causes you never to trust anyone fully, to get vulnerable and open up and really let someone in, because you're always thinking in the back of your mind, the minute I let this bitch in, this bitch is gonna go. The minute I open myself up for them, I'm opening myself up for hurt and rejection. So therefore, I keep a wall up, and a lot of people don't get to know me. A lot of people know of me. A lot of people think they know me, or maybe think they got an idea of me, but they don't really know me. Most people don't know my real name. Most people don't know where I'm from. People who know me, they know me. But for the most part, I don't open up about my biggest fears. I don't talk about my dreams or aspirations with people. I don't express how I really feel on a day-to-day basis. Yes, I'm emotional. Yes, I'm moody. Yes, I get in my feelings. but I don't express it. I bottle it up. And it seems somewhere along the line, since my first relationship, I've used my relationships as a safe space to express things. And I think from my past relationships to now, it's caused me to no longer feel safe doing that, which causes me to be jaded and expect the worst. My mind has always been saying, especially for the last few years before this relationship, the minute I fall in love with someone, the minute I jump into a relationship, will they hurt me? Will they leave me? There hasn't been one relationship that I ended. Let that sink in. Every relationship I've been left, I've been broken up with. That causes a sense of thinking, okay, so I'm the problem. Hi, I'm the problem. It's me. And oh yeah, you're going to leave the minute you get tired of me. The minute you find something better. The minute you see a better opportunity in life, you're going to leave me behind. And it's caused me to be more, I guess you could say, nonchalant to it, to the fact that it's like, I don't allow myself to feel anything for anyone. So here I am, 2026, brand new year, and I'm finally at a place where I'm comfortable and I'm falling for somebody. I'm deeply falling for somebody. Like literally, I'm falling in love. If I'm not already in love, I'm be real with you. I'm falling in love with a guy, you know? And we've only been official for almost 3 months, but we've been talking for like a year. So it's been a lot of history so far being built and established, and he's somebody that I've known for years and such. But it took this long. I've known this man since 2011. It's taken this long for me to finally open up and talk to him, be myself around him, and show him my most inner darkest demons. Problem with that is when the trust issue comes in. Because I've opened up that door and I've allowed all that in, I've also allowed him to see the fear I have, the fear of being left. So it does cause a lot of jealousy. It caused me to be very toxic and act out and want to self-sabotage what is a great relationship I have right now, because he's not doing anything. But because I have trust issues, I never believed that myself. I could have full surveillance on a person for 24/7 and I would still think somehow I'm being fooled. It's scary. It's frightening. And I don't know what to do about it. I'm not even joking. I don't know what to do about it. I know I got to go see the lady. I'm going to have to go back to therapy because honestly, truly, I can't live like this. I don't want to live like this. And no, it's not fun living like this. I miss being blissful. I miss knowing that I was happy and I don't have to worry about anybody anymore. You know? I miss thinking everybody was here to love me and love was possible, and it was just an ending rainbow at the end, you know, of the love story. But all I see is trauma and darkness. All I see is a relationship ending with somebody being hurt, and it's usually me. And because of that, I'm preparing myself to be hurt. I'm looking for red flags. I'm looking for things that's going to tell me, Robert, there you go. And it's causing me to look in areas I shouldn't, which are my relationships. It's causing me to analyze things that I shouldn't. You know, everything somebody says, I'm overanalyzing it. Wait, what did he really mean? Does he hate me? When I see him like pictures and I see him like people like Dante the Body and stuff, I'm like, is that who he really talking to behind the scenes? Is he going to leave me for that person? I can't believe I'm getting this vulnerable with y'all because Lord knows I hate getting this vulnerable because y'all love to think a bitch is weak because they have feelings, or a nigga soft because he got emotions, or because he's in tune with his fucking mental. Just because I can tap into how I feel, just because I can tap into my mind and I can analyze and see a lot of different things that can hypothetically happen to me, and that scares the fuck out of me, so I act out. That doesn't make me damaged. That doesn't make me unstable. That makes me a human who's aware of his own thoughts, who doesn't avoid his thoughts. Problem is, sometimes I need to let go of my thoughts. What I used to do, which I'm probably getting back to, was meditate. I would sit in the room, Indian style, put on whatever peaceful music I can, and really just have like a breathing exercise for like 10 minutes to just allow myself to cleanse my thoughts, cleanse my mind, erase any negative things I'm thinking about. You try to clear my mind, like literally, like cleanse my mind with no thoughts, no positive thoughts, no negative thoughts, just nothing. Emptiness. I try to feel emptiness sometimes because my mind is always going. It's always thinking about something. I'm always contemplating or theorizing of what this could be, what that could be, how this could be, how could I get there, what does this mean, why is this happening? And sometimes I just need to sit down, let all those thoughts go, accept life for what it is, and tell myself, Robbie, you're going to be okay. Breathe. And let's keep going. And it's something I've been trying to do in my relationship because there's a lot of red flags that I see that aren't red flags, but because I've seen them in the past with other people, they trigger me, and thus that creates a red flag. It's scary. It's honestly scary being in a new relationship with someone you would deem attractive, who's friendly and may have a lot of people around them or whatever the case may be, people that may be interested. And trying not to be over possessive, trying not to be overly jealous, trying not to be controlling is hard when you have abandonment issues. Because sometimes you're trying to hold on to that person so much that you're suffocating them and making them want to go do the things you're accusing them of. Which is why sometimes I don't want to be a victim in all my relationships because, yes, I was left in every one. And a lot of times I got cheated on, I got played, yes. But I wasn't innocent. I do believe sometimes I maybe have pushed somebody to do that, And I don't think I'm a victim all the time in that. I think I failed a lot of my relationships. And that's why I know my biggest trust issue is really with myself. I sometimes have good discernment with other people, but not in my relationships. And that causes me to think twice about my decisions. I'm very doubtful of myself sometimes. I look down on myself. I don't trust myself. I don't trust myself. I don't trust I'm gonna make the right decision. I don't trust that I'm gonna love the right person or go to the right place or hang with the right people. I don't always trust that I'm gonna do that because sometimes I go off my heart and I don't think it through. Because when I do think it through, I overanalyze. So I just try to avoid thinking and I just act. And then thus I end up back in the same spiral. And it's just like, it's tough living day to day like that when you're always constantly saying, is this person going to hurt me? Is this person going to betray me? Are they going to tell me they're hanging with their best friend and they really fucking their best friend? Having trust issues with someone you don't live with is not for the weak. I've been in a situation where I'm at work and my nigga fucking somebody else. I've been in a situation where I'm not there and my nigga's inviting somebody back at the apartment. And I can't monitor that. I don't want to have to surveil and watch somebody 24/7. I don't have to hold no one's hand. But I'm so afraid the minute I let go, I'm so afraid the minute that I take off the training wheels, it's going to be a crash. And I'm going to be the one hurt. I'm going to be the one injured. And that truly scares the living shit out of me. I think about the times when I was in my past relationship with Mr. Johnson He could say, I'm going to Walmart. I'll be back. I'll watch his location the whole time. Try to see what apps he's using by looking at his Google. Test him the minute he's seen like he's not coming back on time. Call him. All those things. And at first it looked cute, right? Oh, my baby pay attention to me. That got aggravating. For him and for me. Because now I can't work a 9 to 5 because I'm worried about who dick you sucking while I'm at work. And it's hard because with this new relationship, we do try to give each other freedom. We do try to give each other space to do what we got to do. And it's a battle every single day. It's a fucking battle every single day because there are times where he tells me he's doing something and I want to believe him because why wouldn't I? What else has he done to prove or show me otherwise? But in the back of my mind, I'm scared because I'm thinking, what if he's lying to me? What if he's really not hanging with his mom? What if he's saying, oh, I'm going to work, but he's really doing something else? When he goes out of town to hang with friends, what if he's really going out of town to see niggas? What if he's talking to 20 other people when he's not talking to me? When I go to bed at night, is he up and I'm asleep and he's talking to people? That stuff scares me because all those things I just mentioned that I'm afraid of him doing has been done to me over and over and over again. And it's to the point where I don't know how to heal from that. It's like I can notice it. I know it's an issue. I know it's something I have to fix. But how? I thought if you found somebody that was good, that treats you right, and that gives you peace, that's supposed to stop all of that. But the trust issues still exist. And I'm still afraid. I'm still wondering. I'm still hoping that he's who he say he is. But in the back of my mind, I'm like, Robbie, you're going to be wrong again. And then I have to put myself back together and watch him happy with someone else. And I can't see that again. I can't. I don't want to. All right, I'm back, y'all. I had to pause for a moment. Started getting emotional just thinking about my trust issues. And like I said, I don't like feeling this way, you know? I want to be able to have a partner where he can go out of town with his homegirls, with his family, and I'm not worried about anything. I want to be in a relationship where I can go somewhere and I don't have to worry about him blowing me up because he don't trust me. And I know we all have our past, you know. I know no one's perfect. We're gonna make mistakes. We're gonna cross boundaries that we shouldn't. And that scares me sometimes. Because I know it's gonna happen. I just don't want to fuck this up, you know? With my own demons, which is why I know I gotta go see that lady. I know I have to go back to therapy and sit down and really talk about this. I haven't been in therapy since my dad passed, and I just know there's a lot I need to talk about, touch on, and explain. As far as where my mind state is. Sometimes you don't realize the issues you have or the demons you're fighting until they're triggered, you know. You think you're good. Oh, you think you're all right. Everything's straight. No. No. You still have some issues to fight and deal with. I still have trust issues. I thought I didn't. I thought I was healed. You know what I mean? whatever that means. I thought I was no longer jaded. I thought I was ready for something new because, like I said, they said, find somebody that treats you right and then everything goes to fall into place. But my issue is still here. Like, the more attached I get to him, the more I spend time with him, the more nights I spend over at his apartment, the more I be around him day to day, the more I don't want to lose him. But I also don't want to be the reason I lose him. I don't want to push him away. And it just goes into the whole idea of the abandonment issues of feeling like you're not good enough and you're going to be abandoned again because of that. And it's a catch-22. I try to be good enough and I don't want to fuck up. I try so hard and I'm trying so hard that I pushes them away. And then they abandon me, and it's the big thing I'm afraid of. You know what I mean? Like, I'm afraid of being abandoned, so I try extra hard, and then I end up getting abandoned. And it's like, it's a cycle I want to get the fuck off. I want to get off this ride. I no longer want to have trust issues. I wish it was a switch I could hit. I wish there was a magic wand that could just wave and all my trust issues would be gone. But there isn't. It's not a lot I can do. Outside of going to see that lady, talking to her and explaining to her, ma'am, what the fuck is wrong with me? And how do I do better? I know therapy doesn't fit you. That's not what therapy is for. Therapy is not some magic tool that you go to when you want to be good. Therapy is to help you sort out your thoughts, your feelings, and your emotions so you can move through life more efficiently without as many hiccups. Especially good for people who has a lot of trauma, hardships, and things they themselves have not healed from. And I can honestly say I have a lot of those things that I haven't quite healed from. And hopefully one day I'm in a better place to where I can enjoy myself when I'm happy. Because trust will fuck up your happiness. You could be happy with a nigga. They could be doing everything perfect and you still sitting there like, what you doing? Where you at? Let me see your phone. The fact that we've been in this relationship for this long and I have yet to look in his phone, haven't tried to find no email, haven't tried to hack an account. I do see that there's growth and progress, but that shit eat at me every day. Whenever I'm around him, his phone every 5 seconds, ding, 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 ding. You don't think I want to go look? You don't think I'm curious? You don't think I want to see if what's going on is really what's going on? I do. You don't think I ever want to make a jacked account? I deleted mine. You don't think I want to create one just to go see if he's still on there? I do. But the tricky thing about trust issues is you don't trust someone, so you go and you look for things to show why you shouldn't trust them. But after the why, once you figure out why you shouldn't trust them and you see what they're doing, they have to make another decision, which is now what? And if all this is to keep me from being abandoned, why would I want to go dig for something? Why would I want to hurt myself? Why would I want to know what's really going on? They say ignorance is bliss for a reason, and I truly believe that. I truly believe when you don't know, it is better. And the way universe is set up, if it's gonna be something being done behind your back, you will find out. I just hope it doesn't take too long, and I hope that's not the truth. I hope I have something I don't have to worry about, because for the first time in my life, I'm envisioning my future with someone else. And I don't want to say the first time in my life, like it's never happened. I haven't envisioned these things for years, for almost a decade now, was the last time I've seen myself building a future with someone. And it gives me anxiety. I'm scared. I'm so scared to dive in, to be vulnerable and open up, because if I get hurt again, if I get rejected again, I don't think I'm at a place where I could handle that. I just don't. And I pray to the heavens that this person I have is someone I can trust, rely on, depend on, and know with time I'll be able to say, I truly trust someone again. I truly trust myself. I finally made the right decision in life. Fuck. Damn, y'all, this was not supposed to be an emotional podcast. I know I said I wanted my first podcast of the year to be a little bit deeper, but I did not expect myself to get this emotional. Oh my fucking gosh. What do I even say now? I don't know what to say, y'all. I think I've rambled. I think I've gotten emotional enough. I think I've said everything in the book that I can say. I just say this. If you know you have trust issues, if you're aware you have them, that is the first step. The next step is to figure out how to manage that. How to manage it. We all have fears. We all have trauma. We all have past things that make us feel alert. But how are you going to manage that when that happens? It cannot always be a crisis every time you're afraid or you see something that's a trigger. We have to learn how to manage our emotions and manage our jealousy and act rational sometimes. It's hard to do. And that's why some people need to go see the lady. Some of us need to sit down and talk to the therapist and help them help us sort it out. I'm glad to be back, y'all. I think I needed this release. I've been holding these tears back. And I did not think my first cry of the year would be with you guys, but here I am. And I want to thank y'all for listening to me tonight or today or whenever you're playing this. I do want to thank you guys. You are appreciated. I do apologize again for abandoning you. Funny. But I'm here to stay. And I hope you are too. Oh, y'all. That was a doozy. I'm going to need another drink. I'm going to need something. I'm definitely rolling up after this because I got to decompress. Like, the fuck? All these emotions? Too much. Y'all, I'm wrapping this up. Ain't nothing else to say. Y'all have a good night. And on that note, I did enjoy myself talking to you today. I hope you enjoyed yourself. And if you did, come back next Wednesday. Every Wednesday after that. Tune in to what I got to say. And yeah. Just keep linking with Robbie.